Assalamu alaikum. This is Shauruf Mujumdar welcoming you to the English news from Btv-Chattogram. Let's begin with the top stories. 6 projects worth 483 crore 43 lakh taka approved in government's first ACNEC meeting with Prime Minister Tarique Rahman in the chair. Indian High Commissioner calls on Prime Minister Tarique Rahman issues including diesel import through pipeline discussed. Taka Conservation Week to be observed in 20 hill survey districts from April 7th to 13th, says Fisheries and Livestock Minister. Schedule for reserved women's seat of 13 Jatiya সংসদ to be announced on April 8th, elections on May 12th. Former Jubodo leader Mashir Rahman Mamun files allegation against 22 including Sheikh Hasina on charges of disappearance and torture. Israel hits major Iranian petrochemical site at Asaluay following US President Donald Trump's threat of bigger attacks on Iranian infrastructure. And Bangladesh hockey team held to 1-1 draw by Uzbekistan in Asian Games qualifier. Those were the top stories. Now moving on to the details. The Executive Committee of the National Economic Council approved 5 development projects with an estimated total cost of 483.43 crore taka. The approval came at the 9th ACNEC meeting of the 2025-26 fiscal year and the first meeting of the current government held at the Cabinet Division Conference Room in the city. Prime Minister Tarique Rahman presided over the meeting. Of the total cost, 390.84 crore taka will be financed from the government exchequer, while taka 92.59 crore will be sourced through project loans or grants. The 5 projects approved are the General Social Infrastructure Development Project 2, managed by the Local Government Engineering Department, LGED, has had its budget increased to 1,450 crore taka and is scheduled for completion in June 2027. The Chor Development and Settlement Project 4 saw a reduction in its total cost, which now stands at 30.7186 crore taka. The IT Training and Incubation Center project received a cost increase of 228.4454 crore taka, which now stands at 533.5490 crore taka and will now continue through June 2026. Funding for the modernization of diagnostic imaging facilities across 8 divisional medical college hospitals has risen to 1,213.7050 crore taka, with the project timeline extended to June 2028. The establishment of Gobalganj Dental College and Hospital second revision was granted a cost increase of 26.49 crore taka, bringing its total budget to 139.3093 crore taka, with a target completion date of June 2026. Ministers and officials concerned were present at the meeting. Indian High Commissioner in Dhaka, Pranay Verma, paid a courtesy call on Prime Minister Tarique Rahman. The meeting was held at the Prime Minister's office in the Bangladesh Secretariat today. During the meeting, various issues of mutual interest were discussed. Foreign Minister Dr. Khalilur Rahman and Prime Minister's Foreign Affairs Advisor Mohammad Humayun Kabir were present during the meeting. After the meeting, Foreign Affairs Advisor Humayun Kabir said that various ongoing issues between the two countries, including the ongoing matter of importing diesel through pipelines from India, were discussed between Prime Minister Tarique Rahman and Indian High Commissioner Pranay Verma. The Prime Minister's Foreign Affairs advisor stated that a new relationship will be developed between Bangladesh and India, which will be based on people-to-people connections between the citizens of both countries. He said that the era of Sheikh Hasina is over, so the new relationship will not be centered on individuals but on the people of the two countries. At this time, regarding the upcoming visit of the Foreign Minister and Prime Minister's Foreign Affairs advisor to India, Humayun Kabir said that several meetings between the two countries are likely to be held during this visit. The Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock will observe Taka Conservation Week 2026 from April 7th to April 13th. Fisheries and Livestock Minister Aminur Rashid informed journalists of this at a press conference at the Secretariat in the capital today. Aminur Rashid said that this year's Jatka Conservation Week will be observed with the theme, "If we stop catching Jatka, the seas and rivers will be filled with Hilsa." The program will be observed simultaneously in 20 Hilsa-rich districts of the country. At the same time, all types of fishing will be banned in the Bay of Bengal and adjacent areas from April 15th to June 11th. On this occasion, State Minister for Fisheries and Livestock Sultan Salahuddin Chuku said that food assistance will be provided to fishermen as per the rules during this period. He said that the government will not tolerate any irregularities in providing assistance to fishermen. He also added that with everyone's cooperation, the program can be implemented successfully. The schedule for voting in the reserved women's seats of the 13th National Parliament election will be announced on April 8th and voting will be held on May 12th. This information was provided by Senior Secretary of Election Commission Secretariat, Akhtar Ahmed, during a briefing to journalists after the 11th Commission meeting of the Election Commission held at the EC building in Agargaon in the capital today. The meeting, presided over by Chief Election Commissioner A.M.M. Nasiruddin, was attended by Election Commissioners Abdur Rahman Al-Masood, Begum Tahmid Ahmed, Anwarul Islam Sharkar and retired Brigadier General Abul Fazl Muhammad Sanaullah, along with the EC Senior Secretary and other high-ranking officials of the Election Commission Secretariat. The EC Secretary said that out of the 50 reserved women's seats, the BNP-led alliance will receive 36 seats, the Jamaat alliance including NCP will receive 13 seats, and independent candidates will get 1 seat. He further said that by-election for the vacant Bogura 6 constituency and the election for Sherpur 3, scheduled for April 9th, are being given the same importance as the February 12th polls. The EC Secretary also stated that there are no security concerns regarding the elections. The measles vaccination campaign is continuing for the second consecutive day. The measles rubella vaccine will be administered over 15 days in 30 upazilas across 18 districts. The nationwide immunization drive began yesterday with urgency to curb the spread of measles. However, the government is prioritizing 18 high-risk districts in this campaign. In the 30 high-risk upazilas, a total of 12,03,267 children aged between 6 months and 59 months have been targeted for vaccination. Health experts have advised that children who are currently suffering from fever should not be vaccinated. Pakistan's High Commissioner to Bangladesh, Imran Haider, paid a courtesy call on Information and Broadcasting Minister Jahiruddin Shapun. During the meeting, various issues were discussed regarding strengthening mutual relations and enhancing cooperation between the two countries in media, culture and knowledge-based sectors. At the beginning of the meeting, the Pakistani High Commissioner congratulated the Information Minister on assuming office. The Information Minister said that the rapid expansion of new media in the current world has created new opportunities for joint collaboration between the two countries. He hoped that new areas of cooperation in the media sector will be identified in the future based on mutual interests. At this time, they emphasized increasing people-to-people connectivity between the two countries. The meeting also discussed bilateral cultural exchange, particularly the exchange visits of artists and performers, as well as the potential for joint productions. Discussions were also held on expanding student exchange programs in science-based education under the Pakistan-Bangladesh Knowledge Corridor initiative. At the meeting, the strengthening of existing cooperation between Bangladesh Shongbad সংস্থা and Pakistan's state news agency, Associated Press of Pakistan, was also discussed. The High Commissioner invited the minister to visit Pakistan and hoped that such visits would further strengthen bilateral relations. At the end of the meeting, both sides expressed optimism about working together to further enhance Bangladesh-Pakistan relations in the future. The defense has completed presenting its arguments in the case against Jashid President Hassanul Haq Inu over a total of 8 charges, including the killing of 6 people during the July uprising in Kushtia. Today marked the second day of the defense's submissions. The proceedings were conducted at International Crimes Tribunal 2, led by Justice Nuzrul Islam Chaudhry. The next date for arguments in the case has been scheduled for 12th April. Meanwhile, at International Crimes Tribunal 1, the hearing on framing charges against 8 individuals, including Sheikh Hasina and former IGP AKM Shahidul Haq, over the killing of 9 youths in a staged jihadist drama at Mirpur's Jahajbari in 2016, did not take place today. Now, international news. Israel said it has hit a major Iranian petrochemical site which it claims produces half of Iran's petrochemical output. The new attack on the Asalueh site comes after Donald Trump threatened bigger attacks on Iranian infrastructure if the Strait of Hormuz is not open by Tuesday. In an expletive-laden threat, Trump said Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. The United States and Iran have received the framework of a plan to end hostilities, but Iran rejected immediately reopening the Strait of Hormuz after President Donald Trump threatened to rain hell on Tehran if it did not make a deal at the end of Tuesday. The peace plan involves a two-tier approach with an immediate ceasefire followed by a comprehensive agreement to be finalized within 15 to 20 days, Reuters news agency reported on Monday, citing an informed source. However, a senior Iranian official told news agencies that Iran won't reopen the Strait of Hormuz in exchange for a temporary ceasefire, adding Tehran views Washington as lacking the readiness for a permanent ceasefire. The official confirmed that Iran had received Pakistan's proposal for an immediate ceasefire and was reviewing it, adding that Tehran does not accept deadlines and make a decision under pressure. Meanwhile, Foreign Ministry spokesman Ismail Baghai said Tehran has finalized its demands amid recent proposals to end the war, but will reveal them only when appropriate. Earlier, the Axios news outlet first reported on Sunday that the US, Iran and regional mediators were discussing a potential 45-day ceasefire as part of a two-phase deal that could lead to a permanent end to the war, citing US, Israeli and regional sources. Meanwhile, IRGC said they are completing preparations to enforce new operating conditions in the Strait of Hormuz, which has been all but shut since the war with the United States and Israel began. They warned conditions in the strait will never return to its former status, especially for the US and Israel. Meanwhile, following overnight US-Israeli air raids across Iran, dozens of civilians, including 6 children, have been killed. The Public Relations Office of Tehran Emergency Medical Service reported early Monday that at least 23 people, including 4 girls and 2 boys, were killed in Tehran province. Iran's semi-official Tasnim news agency reported that a US-Israeli airstrike targeting the Baharistan district in the capital, Tehran, has killed 15 people and wounded many others, besides a residential area in Qom, south city of Tehran, at midnight had so far resulted in the confirmed deaths of 5 residents. Meanwhile, IRGC confirmed the death of head of the Revolutionary Guards Intelligence Organization Major General Said Majid Kademi in the early hours on Monday in an attack. On the other hand, Israeli media reported explosions and crash sites across central and northern Israel following Iranian missile attacks. Rescue workers pulled 2 bodies from the rubble of a building struck in Haifa. A Russian strike on the southern Ukrainian port city of Odessa killed 3 people, including a child. Sergei Lysek, the head of the city's military administration, confirming the death, said the fatalities are due to the overnight enemy attack. On the other hand, Russia's military said early on Monday that air defense units had downed 148 Ukrainian drones, mostly in central and southern areas of the country, over a 3-hour period, and officials said emergency crews were restoring power to nearly 500,000 households in outages linked to air attacks. On Sunday evening, a drone killed a civil defense volunteer in Russia's border region of Belgorod, and drones also hit an apartment building in Russia's Black Sea port of Novorossiysk.